Delite, moving business forward.
Hey guys, welcome to VTN Business Delite. My name is Priska Chemeka, your host. Please don't forget to subscribe on this channel. This week, we're bringing you another personality. He's one of the industry players. Sit back, relax yourself, I will unfold the details.
VTN Business Delite, moving business forward.
In continuation of the report on the Aviation Safety Roundtable, with me on the program is a frontline player. He is the General Manager, West Africa, British Airways. He's in the person of Mr. Kola Olainka. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Priska. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Can you give us a brief background of your airline?
I think that should be easy, and thanks for including us and involving us in this program. Every time I hear about Aviation Roundtable, it's very interesting because it simply means a collection of like minds in the same industry, and I think our industry can really use such at this time. Background of British Airways. British Airways has been here in Nigeria operating for the past 80 years. I'm sure that will really surprise you. And you will have thought that by now we should be having walking sticks and walking around, but no, we keep renewing ourselves and reinventing ourselves for these past 80 years. Recently, for example, we just spent £5 billion on renewing our fleet. So this old man is with very, very young blood, if you like. We've renewed our fleet with £5 billion. We've brought in A380s, we brought in 787s, so we're quite modern in terms of our fleet. And the A380s have been delivered and they're rolling in at one every 2 months. Now I think we have up to 10 already operating. We have 787s going. We even have an A380 in Africa going to Johannesburg already. So Nigeria, watch this space. You never know what might come. If it's already in Johannesburg, why not? You know, we're well placed in West Africa to receive it. We just need to make sure that infrastructure is available to support it. It's a massive aeroplane. It's a beautiful aeroplane. And who knows what might happen. We might just be the first airline to operate into Nigeria. So British Airways has been here for quite a while. We're very proud of the services we offer, the broad range of it, starting from our flagship, the first class, our business class, World Traveler Plus, and even World Traveler. In every class, there's something for everyone, and you know, it's not a case of you get less. No, it's just a case of you get what you really, really need. If you're the discerning businessman that wants to have a bit of quiet, want to have a place to work before you get to your business, to your meeting the next day, want to operate your laptop, charge it up, or sleep or eat. You know, we have everything for everyone. And if you're going with kids, hey, our World Traveler is fantastic as well. And you make some savings. You can, you know, the kids will have things to watch, so they can let you have some peace and quiet with your spouse as well. So it kind of works for everyone.
Thank you very much, sir, for that in-depth response. What is your vision and mission or goal, as the case may be?
I think it's got to be around the customer. The customers that we have are the real reason we're in business. And I'm sure every businessman can say that and should say that. Without the customers, we're all just making empty noises. You can imagine the airport without a customer. It will be a very lonely city, if you like. Big city, no customers. So everything around our vision, our mission should be around our customer. Our customers are number one. So this is why in British Airways we always listen to the customer, because you can't go around thinking you know what they want. You don't, until you start speaking to your customers, understanding what they're saying to you, and reflecting and reacting on the things they're saying to you, to make sure that you be that airline that will be ready to meet their needs. You're meeting it today, but you want to meet it tomorrow and the day after. And that way you will remain in business for a long time. So everything in British Airways that we do revolves around our customer. And I would like to borrow the words of my past CEO that just left now, Keith Williams. He says, the customer and pride is in our DNA. Serving our customer is part of our being, because we have understood over the years that without the customer, you're just an airline. Remember, we all buy aircrafts from the same people, the same company. Is that you're buying from Boeing or this or that, but what you can't buy are the people that work in British Airways. And that's what makes our service unique and different. So it's all about the customer at the end of the day.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about your fleets and maintenance status of the Nigerian routes?
Well, I'll give you a tip of the iceberg. I've just mentioned A380s. We should have 12 on order. 12 in service. We had 12 on order, but I think 10 has been delivered already. So 2 more are coming. We have 787. We're renewing the fleet. We're even getting -9, 787-9, which is 900 series. So as new opportunities and aircrafts come in, we renew them. And as we do that, you can expect that the older aircraft that have served us, we must remember, that have served us very, very faithfully for years and years, we also be leaving the service. For example, some of our 747s will be rested, and then you have newer, more efficient, fuel-efficient aircrafts coming into service, and that's what keeps BA ahead of the game in most of the countries.
Yeah. Wonderful response. I gather some foreign airlines want to make it mandatory that Nigerians should buy their tickets with foreign currency. What is the position of British Airways on this matter?
I don't know any of such airline that will do that, because you use the key word there, which is mandate. I don't think that can be done or should be done by any airline. But I must remind you, though, that ticket sales, because our travel is a global phenomenon. It's not, you don't travel just within Nigeria, you travel all over the world. So tickets originally have been denominated in dollars anyway. So you will notice, if you buy your ticket, you see on your ticket, it says USD days, and there is a rate of exchange that the Central Bank of Nigeria will give you, and that money is converted into Naira. The reason that is so is because people travel all over the world, and you can't, if you have Kwacha, for example, some of us have never heard which currency is Kwacha, which country. So that's why it's important that tickets are denominated in dollars, which is a more universally understood currency, if you like. Okay, so that anywhere you are in the world, people can understand how much you actually paid for your ticket. So even before we have this current situation of Forex in Nigeria, tickets have usually have usually been denominated in dollars. But mandating someone to pay in dollars is a different question totally. So something like you bring your Naira and I say it's not acceptable, that's, I think anybody who does that might find themselves in some kind of trouble. But if you choose to pay in dollars, pay in Naira, pay in pounds, we're game. We'll accept any of these internationally exchangeable currencies. But I don't know of any such airline, and certainly it's not British Airways, so you can be rest assured.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So what other African countries have you covered?
As British Airways or myself?
Yeah. No, British Airways.
British Airways, we fly to most African countries. We fly to Johannesburg, we fly to Cape Town, we fly to, of course, Lagos, we fly into Abuja, we fly to Nairobi, Kenya. Recently we were in Tanzania, but I think we just pulled out of there. Uganda, and more recently we've been flying to Sierra Leone and Liberia, which I also have responsibility for, even up till now. But with the advent of Ebola, we suspended those services. So Africa is fully well covered for us. And if you move north as well, we're prominent in Egypt. So we're all over the continent. Africa for British Airways is home. Wow. We feel very, very comfortable in Africa.
Wonderful, sir. So what measures do you take to avert flight delays and cancellation compared to local airlines?
I'll go back to, I won't want to compare with any of our colleagues in any other company. I know no airline likes delays. Delays mean you lose money. Somehow, delays mean you lose money. And sometimes it's inevitable. It happens. But on British Airways, I'll refer you back to what I said earlier on, which is about the customer. If you totally focus on your customer and you start avoiding delays before they start, then you will be successful. I was airport manager both here in Nigeria, in East Africa for about 8-9 years. And you start avoiding your delay as soon as you resume your shift. For example, You want to order your meals that you're going to present to your passengers on the aircraft that evening, you order at the right time. You want your ground equipment must be ready at the right time. Your staff must be in top shape. Your operational briefing must happen at the right time. I'm talking as an airport manager now. So when you do all those things and you make sure that things work for you, then you will not have a delay. However, I'm sure you will have heard when people say technical delays, like there's something wrong with the aeroplane or something you don't have dispensation to operate. That may happen last minute because any equipment that's operated, any machinery can break down anytime, and safety is always number one. No airline, certainly not British Airways, we put punctuality ahead of safety. So if we're delayed to make sure that we operate safely, then we will do it. But as much as possible, we want to go on time. And every time I've been on British Airways and the captain is making the announcement, I'm sure you're very familiar with that, making the announcement, fasten your seatbelt, we're about to leave. The first thing I do is I check my wristwatch and I say, yes, it's leaving on time. Because it's a promise. Everything we're saying to our customer is a promise. You're saying when you get on board, we'll go on time, we'll leave on time, so that if you're connecting to any other country, we'll not make you late. You have a meeting tomorrow morning, you will make your meeting. You want to rest on the aeroplane, we'll provide a flat bed that we do in our business class, that you'll be able to lie flat and have a good rest. I haven't gone through a very busy day. So I think avoiding delays is a totality. It takes your conscious effort. It takes putting the customers at the very heart of what you do, and it takes a real focus. But all these efforts sometimes may not prevent the delay if you have a technical delay. But on BA, I promise you, we're always on time.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. So viewers, we've been speaking with General Manager, West Africa, British Airways, Mr. Kola Olainka. We'll be right back shortly.
Today, dollar is about 325. So by the time you pay me that money back, the value of that money has gone up by about 20%.
In a few years, I am very optimistic. With this government, things will change.
Precisely how many Nigerian captains and engineers do you have in British Airways?
We have, let me start with, just maybe trying to rephrase that. I apologize. I'm not putting words in your mouth. But we do have quite a few Nigerians employed in our flight operation. And I'll give you just one example. And I don't know the exact number, so I'm not going to pretend that I know. But I was on an aircraft once, and I was dozing off as we were about to take off. And I was just hearing, that way that you're not fully asleep, or it's just coming, gradually coming. I'm sure Priska can relate to that. And I heard somebody making an announcement in Yoruba. And I'm like, am I hearing right, or I've started dreaming? So I woke up and I looked around, and there was a Nigerian cabin crew lady, Yoruba girl, that was making the announcement. So I went to talk to her and I said, where are you from? Da, da, da. Actually, it's from here. She goes home. When she comes here, she goes to her house. So many Nigerians, to answer your question specifically, are employed either as cabin crew or as flight crew. It could be a captain or first officer or whatever. I've been in contact with a few recently, but one of the qualifying conditions for that is that you need to have the authorization to be able to work in the United Kingdom. So some of these Nigerians are some of our brothers and sisters who have dual nationality. So they do have maybe British passport, so they have the authorization to work there, and then they have Nigerian passport and they are fully blooded Nigerian. You should have listened to that announcement. It was pure, unadulterated Yoruba. So we do have a few of them, but I can't say to you exactly how many there are.
Okay, very well, sir. What prospects, challenges, and way forward in the aviation industry in Nigeria? What's your input to that?
I'll break that into two. Okay. One is, I think we're at a point in Nigeria where we need to understand and appreciate the contribution of aviation to the economy, to the Nigerian economy. We're at that point that it's very important that people in authority appreciate and understand the contribution that aviation can mean to an economy, particularly the Nigerian economy. If you look at all of us put together, do you know how many people come into this country a year? Do you know how many? Oh, every airline is here. You know, every airline, the Americans are here, the Europeans are here, the Middle Eastern carriers are here. I don't want to mention any name. I'm not going to give them a free advert. You know, but we're all here. And of course, British Airways is here. You know, so, and we're not bringing people from A to B for fun, especially looking at our destination, Nigeria. We're bringing people from A to B or A to C through B for a purpose. Most people are either going to do some business or coming to do some business or going to buy some things. There is a fair going on, for example, right now in China. You should go to the Chinese embassy and see how Nigerians are trying to get their visas. Or if there's things happening in the UK or in the US, or, you know, so aviation is a major contributor to our economy. And I know the government is very keen to make West Africa a hub. They've been talking about that for a long time. And we can be a hub. It's possible. We have the size. We have the people. We have the money. All we need to do is put them in the right places, in the right compartments. Make sure we're able to provide the right infrastructure, provide the right airports, provide services to people. And as you do that, they pay for these services. Remember, they're not free. And then, you know, the economy booms. If even the taxi driver at the airport takes part in that, the hotels around the airport, you have brought people, they have to sleep somewhere. They'll sleep in the hotel and they bring some money. They go to the markets. Remember, our culture is rich. They buy a few things that you and I may look down on because we see it all the time, but they buy them. Some local women are selling those things. And you start seeing the multiplier effect of aviation, of bringing people in, which I simplified what we do, you know. But you start seeing the multiplier effect on either the taxis, on the hotels, or on the tour operators. Do you know how many travel agents are in this country? There are over 2,000. Go and have a chat to IATA or NANTA. They will tell you there are so many agencies in this country that help us in booking tickets. Not help us. They are a business in their own right. They employ people. Those people feed some mouths. So there is a multiplier effect. And I think the first thing that needs to happen is that recognition must be there. The second part of that is provision. You know, it's said in the Bible that when God gives you a vision, He provides for that vision. That's actually where the word provision comes from. There is a vision, you must back it up with provision because you need things to achieve what you've got. So we need a good airport. We need a solid infrastructure to support the operation here. We talked about A380 earlier on. If South Africa can take an A380, why not Nigeria? I question that. I'm a full-blooded Nigerian. I love my country to bits. And I cannot imagine another country in Africa able to do it, and we cannot. We have the people, we have the resources. We need to add the will to that, and then we can achieve anything we want to achieve.
Thanks for that very elaborate
Thank you.
answer. Yeah, are you a member of the Aviation Safety Roundtable Initiative? If yes, can you tell us about it?
By number one, by description of what you just said it is, of course I'm an automatic member. Secondly, by the current president, Mr. Olowo being president, is my egbon, I'm a member. Even if I'm not, I'm automatically adopted. So I am. I've been in aviation for 25 years now. Actually, more than that. I've been in British Airways 25 years. But I was in Qatar Airways for 5 years. So making it close to 30. I don't know if I look young, but, you know. So I've been around a while as well. And this is all I have known. I've worked in Nigeria Airways before. So I cut across 3 airlines. Nigeria Airways, Qatar Airways, British Airways. Spent the longest time in British Airways. So, when you say Aviation Safety Initiative, I think it's just a gathering, like I said earlier at the beginning, a gathering of like-minded people who can contribute in their own way based on their experiences of the past to see how we can move our industry forward. And this is the only industry we know. If you spend 25, 30 years in a place, I'm not going to go and start a bank now. This is the industry we know. And this is the industry where we can use our intellect and our experience to be able to drive this industry forward to the benefit of Nigeria. And I know there are so many intelligent people in this industry. Some have come before us, some are coming behind us, but we can harness all these resources and use our people to achieve the best for this industry.
Wonderful, sir.
Thank you.
You can see awards everywhere in your office.
For an airline that's been around for as long as I told you, it's been around for 80 years, it will be very strange if we don't have awards already given to us now for different things. But there's one award that stands out, and for me, it holds a very special place. Apart from other awards that we have for our customers, for our first class that is unrivaled. I mean, you know, when something is so good that even the competition accepts that, no, that is good. Your competition accepts that you're good, then you have to be really good. People who are supposed to criticize you say that it's good, then it has to be good. Our first class is first, and our first class customers know that, and we keep listening to them as well without getting too complacent. So if they say they want something new, something different, something refreshed, we keep doing it. Apart from such awards that put our customers as number one, remember I said that to you earlier on, there's one particular award that holds a special place in my heart. And that award is one we got from a project run by the Redeemed Christian Church of God, which says God's Children's Got Talent. And my main attraction to our contribution to that award is the fact that it's based on children. You know, children, normal, regular children who have, you know, they have very little. They're just playful and they're innocent, and you give them, and it doesn't matter where they came from, so status doesn't matter to them. If you put 5 children in the room, they don't know who is rich and who is not. They don't care. They are children. And the fact that we were able to get involved in that and recognize the talent of these children really meant a lot. So GCGT, like we didn't call it, is a project that we're going to continue supporting because it's got to do with tomorrow. Our tomorrow is important. Whatever we do now is the children of today that will become the adults of tomorrow. So the only hope we have as a country is to keep looking after the younger generation. Because whether you and I like it, we're going to phase out at some time and they will take over. They are the ones that will drive the nation forward. And that's why that particular award holds a very, very special place in my heart.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
My name is Kola Olayinka. As you know, I've revealed some of it. I've been in this industry for quite a while, precisely approaching 30 years now. I love what I do. I think if you're able to help people to travel and they come back and tell you thank you after paying for the ticket, that says something about what you've done. I've been in all departments. I've cut across 3 airlines. I worked for Nigeria Airways before, real Nigeria Airways before. I worked for Qatar Airways. I worked for British Airways. And I'm married to a wonderful lady. And I have children, and that's who I am.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
How do you spend your leisure time when you're not working?
I travel. You'll be surprised if I don't. I travel. I try to read because I think no matter how old you are, you need to keep renewing yourself and reinventing yourself, if you like. So I have a 15-year-old daughter who keeps telling me that I'm old, so she teaches me quite a lot of things. So I keep my phones ready for when she'll be around so that she can update it for me and all that. But she helps me. And I just try to read because there's so much knowledge in the world. Whether it be your industry or not your industry, you just need to keep yourself abreast of what's happening in the world so that you don't really get one.
So thank you very much, sir, for having us. I must say you are an interviewer's delight. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us on the program.
Thank you,
and we wish you all the best as well. Thank you.
Sir.
And that's about it on this week's package of the VTN Business Delight. Trust you enjoyed it. Please do join us next week for another industry player. And please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I still remain your host, Priska Chemeka. See you next week.